Hi you guys, hope you all are having a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and all the links will be down below. So I am so excited to bring you this video. I know I had just put out a video of the best inexpensive contour shades because, contouring and highlighting has been a big thing this past year. And I know this year it's more into the strobing, but a lot of people believe they have to buy contour kits when they don't because a lot of people only use about 2 shades out of the contour kit. And for $40, $45, it's kind of expensive. So I brought to you that video just so you could see a bunch of contour shades that are out there, not even just in the drugstore world, in the high-end world too, and all those indie brands that work just fine, so you don't have to go out and spend all your money on something you may not use. So to compare it now, since strobing has become a thing, I'm doing the most inexpensive highlighters. Now, I know what you're saying, the drugstore does not have many highlighters. That's wrong. Drugstores do have many highlighters. Are all of them good? And that's where we get into it. But I do have a lot of highlighters to show you today that are not expensive. I know a lot of people like Becca, Mary Lou Manizer, let me think, Laura Geller, all those things, but these are inexpensive ones in case you don't have the money to splurge on all these different types of highlighters. So let's get right into it. Okay, again, I'm going to start from the most expensive to now. This one is the only contour palette I'm showing you. I've done a review on this. I featured this in a couple of videos. This was in my contour video. This is my favorite contour kit of all time. This, I believe, again, is $12.99. Yes, I do have a cracked mirror. Doesn't matter. I had featured these contour shades in my contour video, but now I want to feature this highlighter. This highlighter is gorgeous, and I actually am allergic to the ingredients in those contour and blush shades. Highlighters, I don't tend to break out on the top of my cheek, so I can use it sparingly, but this has all the time been one of my favorite highlighters. This has to be my second favorite highlighter out of the ones I'm about to show you. So I'm going to give you a swatch right here. I'm going to show you all the swatches at the very end. But this highlighter, I have to say, it does lean towards more on the rosy, champagne-y side. So it does not have any gold flecks in it. It is a little bit powdery, I will give you that much, but it's not overly powdery where it kicks up a lot of powder. It's not chalky, doesn't look muddy. This is for those that want... This is for people that want to highlight, but they don't want it to be over the top. They want it to look natural, because this is the most natural highlight. So it's very pigmented, but it's not as much shimmery. But you get this entire kit for $12.99, and you also get this shade for under the eye, which I use this shade for under my eye. I use this to highlight. I use this one to contour, and I use this blush. I just don't tend to use the more orange reddish tone, warm tone brown bronzer in here because it's a little bit too red tone for me, but they also make this in a light shade and a medium to dark shade. So don't worry if you're not as fair as I am, because some of these highlighters may not work for you, but they do come in 2 shades with this contour kit. Okay, so this next one is also, I believe, $12.99. I got it, I think, for $11.99 at Target because I had a $1 off coupon, so Ulta might be more. But this is the Physicians Formula. I believe it's called the Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls. I have mine in translucent. I actually did a review on this, and I believe it's my most watched video on YouTube. But this is a highlighter. It comes in a compact, so it pops up, and you get the pearls, and then if you lift it up more, you get a mirror. And you get this, and you also get a brush that just fell out of it. This is what the brush looks like. I don't ever use the brush, and I don't really use the mirror because, I have my big mirror. But they're pearls like this, and when I first got this, I've been eyeing this for years. I had seen Marlena from Makeup Geek do Splurge or Purge against Sister the Becca, and yeah, Becca did win, but she kind of said they were pretty similar. And it was packaging and just a little bit of a difference. So I decided I was going to go purchase this. And I finally did, and oh my gosh, I'm glad I did. So this is $12.99, and it doesn't actually label itself as a highlighter, I don't think. It just says glow, but basically it's actually 3D, so you have a bunch of pearls, and you just swivel it around, and then again I'll put a swatch. Now this is very similar to the last one I just showed you. It is very pinky champagne-y, but it's not like pink where it's like a rose. It's kind of in the middle. I absolutely love this one. Now when I first got it, and I had done a couple of swatches for the review and stuff like that, after about 4 times to applying it to my face, the top layer is very shimmery, like high impact highlight. It was kind of gone. So it's kind of, I guess you could say, dulled down a little bit, but it's not overly, it's not underpigmented. You can definitely see it, and it adds a nice natural glow. So it's not to a little bit added, but it's not over the top either. So I would say it's right in the middle. So not overly pigmented, but not underpigmented. It's the perfect average amount. I do believe the other one that I just showed you is more pigmented than this is, but this is more shimmery than this. There is no glitter in it. It's a very natural glow, and it does have shimmer in it, so that's why I love it, and it's so cute. Even though it is kind of big and plasticky, I still absolutely love it. Now, the next one I'm going to show you is become like my all-time favorite at this point, and I just got it, I want to say, I've only had it for like a week and 2 days maybe. I think I got it on Tuesday last week, and right now it's Thursday. This is the Makeup Revolution by London, the Vivid Baked Highlighter, and this is actually one of, I believe, their newer shades. They have like Golden Lights, Something Else Lights, and then I believe this is Radiant Lights, which hasn't, I think it like came out just a little bit ago because I could not find swatches for this. But it has a 3D pattern once again, and I recorded a haul for this too. So now this one, on the other hand, is just basically champagne. That's it. Doesn't really have pink undertone, doesn't really have gold undertones. It is just champagne, but it is like heaven. So when people ask me what I have on my cheeks, I tell them it's this. This was $6, and again, they have golden. I think they have another more rose color, and then they have this more champagne. So I picked this one, and I had not seen any reviews or any swatches of this one. I've only seen the other ones. And these are compared a lot to the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, but I feel like this has a lot more pigment, and it's a lot better for highlight. This has become my all-time favorite because it's shimmery, it's pigmented, and I want to pick up more, and for $6, this is an amazing price. And I know this was just released to Ulta, so maybe that's why you haven't even heard of it yet, but this is such an amazing product. I want to do like my own review on it, but I have no idea. Let me know if you want that. But Radiant Lights by Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighters, I definitely need to pick up more. Okay, now this last one is the most inexpensive one among the ones I'm showing you. I do have another one, but it's not labeled as a highlighter. I'll get more into that. This is not the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic, even though that could be a highlighter too. This is just their regular baked blush, and I actually do have like a dent in it. I showed this in like a favorites video or something. It fell when I was recording, and my nail went right into it. So I do have a nail mark left. But this is, again, very pink. It's baked. So the pigment is not as much as the other ones. This, I feel, though, is more golden toned. As you can see, it kind of does look pink, but it leans more on that golden tone. This is the most golden one I have among the rest. The rest are very champagne-ish, kind of pinkish, because I do tend to lean neutral to cool, not really as much warm for my face. But this is very glittery. If you do not like glitter, I wouldn't go with this. It doesn't have like overly sized chunks of glitter, but it does have glitter in it. It does not accentuate the pores, which is why a lot of people do not like glitter. It does not do that. And that's why I haven't tried the L'Oreal ones, because a lot of people say it's glitter, and I don't mind glitter. I like a little bit of glitter. But I'm very afraid it's going to accentuate my pores, because I do have kind of large pores already. And same thing with the liquid L'Oreal ones, because every time I've ever tried these natural glow things and I've added it to the top of my cheekbones, I'm so oily that it breaks up the foundation. And then once the highlighter, because I'm oily, slips down, I have like a line of foundation missing. So for the price that they are, like $11, $12, I wasn't sure if I was going to go for it yet. I'll have to let you know. And the same thing with the ColourPop. I haven't tried any ColourPop because I haven't placed an order since my liquid lipsticks. But I am very much looking forward to trying their highlighters. But anyway, back to this one. It is a little bit glittery. It is pigmented and it is gold. And I absolutely love it because I like having a range of the colors. So if you don't mind that it is a little bit glittery, I definitely would try it. It's only $3. And again, the glitter is not noticeable. This does give the most impact of highlight and strobing that you can get from a highlighter for this price. So again, I would try it. I do like it. Now this last one is not a highlighter, but instead it's a frosty eyeshadow, because before highlighters were a thing, makeup artists most of the time use frosty eyeshadows or white eyeshadow foiled shimmer eyeshadows, whatever you want to call it. That's what they use to contour and highlight. But in my Z palette, which is the one I tend to use the most often, this is the highlight shade, and I'm going to give you a swatch. As you can see, it is very pigmented, but this is white. Now you can get highlighters that are pinkish tone, golden tone, that are very shimmery. Now this, because it's so pigmented, because it's by Morphe, so this was only like, I think, $1.99. Coastal Scents even has some good ones that are like 99 cents during their sale. Now, this Morphe shadow, I take a fan brush, lightly do it, and put it on my cheeks because it's an eyeshadow. It's like a foiled eyeshadow, so it can be too impactful and it can look like you have a white line. So make sure that you use it with caution, and I would do a fan brush or a light powder brush. But this is the best thing to top it off. So I will put, like, for example, my Physicians Formula, the first one I showed you, and I will apply it, then I'll apply a little bit of this, and then put the Physicians Formula back on top, so it gives me that extra oomph, maybe if you're going out at night, without being way over the top. So I'm going to give a picture of these swatches for you guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, these are all very affordable. You should check some of them out. And again, don't forget to subscribe.